Hey Houseguest, welcome to today's Big Brother 20 updates and spoilers. Our Houseguest of the day is Darren Chan, aka Sheena123. Darren, thank you so much for the mail. I can't wait to watch the Power Rangers movie. We'll tell you all about it. We'll tell you what we thought. Thank you for the awesome card and the Pokemon cards. You're the best. Alright, and if you guys want to be Houseguest of the day like Darren, check out our Patreon link in the info box below. What's going on over there? It's all asses and elbows. Okay, so anyway, yesterday, Vesey continued to isolate himself in the have-not room. Oh my god. He's upset that Haley is hanging out with Angela, the person that put them up on the block. And Haley's basically like, have you seen this show before? Do you know how this works? I mean, really. I just have to... Please, BB gods, please, do not let Vesey come back in the battle back. I can't live with this for another week. Like, imagine Vesey comes back and it's just another week of him sleeping for like 23 and a half out of 24 hours every day. I can't deal with it. So the Houseguests know that something different is going to be happening tonight. They're not sure if it's going to be a double eviction or a battle back, but they know something's going down. So Angela and Tyler were planning for a double eviction, and they agreed that Haley and Sam should go up on the block if one of their group wins HOH. And then if somebody comes off with a veto, JC is going to be the replacement nominee. But who is the target between Sam and Haley? They're not so sure. You know, it could go either way. Angela is thinking they need to keep whoever would go after JC because they don't want to be the one to take him out. Also, if JC goes up on the block, that'll mean it's not two people from level 6. So they're trying to figure out who would take out JC. Is it Haley or is it Sam? Or, she's like, we could just take out JC and then Haley and Sam will go after each other. Would they though? I think that Sam would probably target Haley, but I don't think that Haley would target Sam. If she did, that'd be pretty dumb. But she feels like maybe JC would put up two of them. JC has been saying that he wants to split up Angela and Casey, but would he follow through and do it? I don't know. So Tyler's like, no, I think JC would go after Haley or Sam. And JC has said to Tyler so many times that he wants to split up Angela and Casey. So I guess Tyler is just trying to protect JC at this point because it's not going to be good if it comes out that JC wants to split those two up. Yeah, so Tyler, he's keeping that one under wraps for now, which is interesting. I guess he probably assumes that he would be able to convince JC to go after Haley or Sam anyway. But he says it would be way too early for JC to come after any of them because they would all turn against him and that would be it. So they're thinking that Haley is probably more likely to target JC, but then they're like, wait, Haley has put up Angela, Casey, and Tyler. So 3 out of 4 from their group. They're not feeling too good about that. Sam has not touched them. So there's a lot to think about here. So then Brett comes up to join them. Quick, separate, uncuddle. They always have to have that freaking spy screen on to see who's coming up because they can't be seen cuddling right now. So what the F? Brett walks into the room and you can see again in the background in the HOH room, the intercom turns on. What the hell is that? I don't know if it was leaking this time because nobody came up and was just like, I heard everything you said. But I definitely noticed that the light and the screen came on again. So then they were talking about the double eviction and Brett agrees, yes, let's put up Haley and Sam. And he thinks that Haley should go first, which I think is probably the right move for them. He says that she's the better competitor. I mean, Haley's a lot more likely to win competitions than Sam is. And he figures Haley would definitely put 2 of us up on the block. 2 of level 6. There is no way that she would target Sam. He says she'd have to be the dumbest player in the history of the game to do that. Now, I'm not saying that Haley's dumb. Or the dumbest player ever. But if you look at her track record this season, it hasn't been great. So, you never know. She could target Sam. Who knows? But Brett's like, she's already put up 3 of you guys. Why is she going to anger another person and put them up when she can just put up people that she's already nominated? Makes sense. So then they agree if Haley, okay, Haley's the #1 target. And if Haley wins the veto, then they're going to get rid of Sam. against JC, because JC hasn't won any competitions yet. Not only has he not won, but he hasn't had a great showing. He's lost badly in a lot of them, but also they love him. They want him to be around. They want him to entertain them still, and they want to take him all the way to the final 5, because they realize he's done a lot of work for us with the other side. He's done damage control for our group. He's flipped votes, and also he's going to be really bitter if they take him out too early. So they don't need him being bitter in the jury, especially since he's such a good talker. He could convince a lot of people to vote for somebody else in the final 2. All right, so then a little later, puppy, really? He's licking. Okay, a little later, Brett was giving Angela a back massage in the HOH room, and her bra was unhooked at the time. She was face down. JC runs into the room. You can hear his footsteps coming in, and he's like, "What the F?" And Brett's just like, "It's exactly what it looks like." So then JC runs downstairs. He's making a big show of it. He's like, "Oh my God, I can't believe what I just saw up there." And everybody's like, "What? What's going on? What?" So he's like, he's making a huge deal out of it. So then later, it was just a massage. Brett's been giving people massages all season. But later, Angela's crying in the HOH room. She had a really rough emotional day. Casey was comforting her. Later, Tyler was comforting her. She says that she's really fragile right now because earlier she had a long diary room session, and she was talking about her experience with gymnastics and inappropriate coaches, things like that, her relationship with her family and how that was affected by her gymnastics stuff. So she was really upset for a lot of yesterday. She cried a lot. And then she was upset about what happened with JC. She was like, why would he do that? Apparently he made some comment about that making good TV, and she didn't like that because she doesn't want to, she doesn't want to be portrayed looking like Caitlyn. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, she doesn't want that, especially since she's into Tyler and she's got something going with Tyler. She doesn't want to look like she's getting with all these guys. So anyway, yeah, that's that. I have a question. What's wrong with JC? Can we get the Rachel meme being like, what's wrong with Angela? But JC. The other night, this has been circulating around a lot of different news outlets now. The other night, JC was sharing a bed with Tyler, and there is a video of JC, like, rubbing Tyler's arm and stuff, and then he kissed Tyler's armpit while Tyler was asleep. What? That's not okay. That's not okay. He is saying, I believe, that Tyler was like having a bad dream or something, and he was like trying to comfort him. I don't know. But the next morning, Tyler was like, I don't want to sleep with JC anymore. Because, like, I guess he was saying he gives off a lot of body heat, and he's like all over the place and whatever. But, like, I honestly don't know if he even knows that armpit kiss happened, but that's not good. That's not cool. So then, also, last night, JC opened the bathroom door while Haley was in there. And he was trying, it wasn't like a, oops, sorry, and he closed it. It was like he opened it and did it on purpose, held the door open. He tried to prop it open, tie it to stay open, and then walked away. So Haley, like, screamed at first when it happened. She was, like, kind of laughing. I think it was kind of like a shock thing. And then she was like, okay, close the door. It's not funny. And then she starts yelling out, like, production, hello. So they're like, cut the feeds. Okay, that is also not okay. You can't do that. What the F is going on here? So the feeds are down for a few minutes. When they come back, JC and Sam are arguing in the kitchen. I guess when the feeds went down, JC walked away. Sam went in there and closed the door for Haley because she couldn't get up because everything would have been out. I gotta say, luckily for Haley, the camera angle, like, it didn't show in the bathroom stall, so she was okay, but, like, damn, that's messed up. And Sam tells JC, that was effed up. Yeah. And JC's like, well, it's effed up that anytime I want to do a prank, you snap at me. What? He was trying to explain it like they were doing some sort of scaring prank thing back and forth, and like he knocked on the door and she didn't answer, and she like scared him or something. I don't know, but like you don't mess with people when they're in the bathroom. Like you just don't do it. That's private time. And I could see if you were in like a private home with no cameras, you know, and you're joking around, but like this is on the internet forever. You never know what could have been happening in there and what was shown. So like it's unacceptable. But it seems like Haley and JC are fine, because right after she's like giving him a kiss on the cheek, she's patting him on the back, she's like, it's okay, don't worry about it. So they're fine. But it was bad. So then JC was venting to Tyler. I would have been so upset. But JC is venting to Tyler, and he's pissed at Sam for snapping at him. He says Haley was completely covered. It's not like he would have done that if she was naked or whatever. So then he says he's over Sam and he's going to target her if he wins the next HOH. Now before, he was saying that he wanted to split up Angela and Casey. So hearing this, Tyler's probably like, hallelujah. So he's like, yeah, and let's not forget that Sam almost put you up as the replacement nominee when she was the HOH. So they both say that they're not going to tell Sam how they're voting this week because they're hoping she's going to be on the wrong side of it. She will vote Haley out and everybody else will vote for Haley to stay. So, you know, they want to set her up for that. But JC is then saying if he wins HOH, he's going to put up Sam and Haley, even though that's not what he wants to do. He says he would do that for Tyler. But if that happens, he says that Angela and Casey have to be split up right after, like before Brett goes. And you know Tyler is not going to let that happen. All right. So then you can tell there's definitely tension between JC and Tyler. JC starts trying to make Tyler jealous by bringing up the Brett-Angela massage thing. And he's like, oh, she was topless. I couldn't believe it when I walked in there. And Tyler's like, I don't care. Just stop. Stop talking about it. He's telling him, don't do that bullshit with me. Like, I see what you're doing. And he says, new topic. New topic. So he was pretty upset about that, clearly. He could tell that JC is trying to get a reaction out of him. All right. Let's change gears here for a second. Oh, Vesey. So, Vesey and Haley were talking about what's going to happen when one of them gets evicted. They're talking about Julie Chen, meeting her, and Vesey says that when he's evicted and he goes out on that stage, he plans on picking up Julie Chen. I don't mean like asking her out on a date. I mean like lifting her up. Why would you do that? That's so like disrespectful and degrading and just like, no, don't do that. So Haley's like, I am telling you, do not do that. And he's like, oh, I'm going to do it. You better not freaking do that. So then Haley says if she's evicted, she's going to apologize to Julie for her outfit because she figures they're going to be in athletic clothes and blah, blah, blah. What is with her fixation on Julie and like fashion and whatever? I don't care. So then, I mean, we talk about Julie's clothes all the time, so I guess that's fair, but whatever. She's gonna tell Julie that she looks extravagant. We'll see. So then, Tyler checked in with Casey last night, and you could tell he's pissed at JC, because he tells Casey that JC will not shut the F up about Casey and Angela having a final two, and JC keeps saying that Brett is the one that's bringing this up, so they're not really sure what Brett's involvement actually is with this, if JC is like making it up, or if Brett's actually saying these things, or if he's just playing JC or what. They don't know. So Tyler also says that JC thinks that Tyler's in a showmance with Angela, and he can tell that Brett and JC keep trying to catch them like doing stuff in the HOH room or like saying things to try and get a reaction out of him. So Casey's like, all right, well, I don't have like a final two thing with Angela, just so you know. And Tyler's like, I don't either. So they confirm that they're still each other's number ones. And Tyler is then saying like, I don't know what's going to happen moving forward. Like things could really start getting sketchy after next week. They're going to have to take each other out at some point, right? So he's seeing like, whoa, JC and Brett, got to look out for that. So then Casey's asking about Angela, and she's like, Tyler, have you guys made it official yet? Tyler's like, shut the F up. So he says, no, like, we've been cuddling and blah, blah, blah. But he's not letting it go too far because of the game. He doesn't want it to have to be like, oh, I'm picking Casey over Angela by showmance. So Casey's like, it's all right. I won't tell anyone. She's very supportive. Okay, so then today, not much happening in the house yet. They're getting ready for the live show, yada, yada, yada. And Vesey will be leaving tonight. But the question is, will he come back? They're having the battle back competition, and it seems like this is going to be separate from the HOH. It seems like they're going to do the battle back live on the show, and there was a feeds leak that kind of showed the setup in the backyard, and it looked like possibly they're doing 2 different competitions on the same set, I'm assuming, because like the middle of it looked like, it almost reminded me of like a board game kind of thing, but it looked like something where they would, you know, stand on the pedestals and like rotate around, spin around, but then they're having the battle back. That's for the HOH. But then the battle back, it looked like they had buzzers and like buckets of balls and like a ramp on the other side, so maybe they're running back and forth, one of those things. So I'm thinking it's gonna be the 4 jurors competing all against each other in one competition. It's not like a head-to-head thing like they've done in the past. I think it's going to be all 4 in the same competition. Somebody comes back, and then they're going to do the HOH competition, which should be endurance, live on the feeds tonight. They said they're going to be showing it on the feeds, so hopefully it's not a crap hole like last time where it lasted for like 10 minutes after the feeds came back. But again, I think it's going to be the one where they're standing on the pedestals and they're rotating around, according to Real Vegas for sure. Okay, so, yeah, that's where we're at right now. Let me know in the comments who you guys are rooting for in the battle back, who you're rooting for HOH, and until tomorrow, much love.